Hi, everybody. Annie Baker. I am back. And today we are talking with David Butler of Butler Home Loans again. And David is going to share with us the two most popular reasons people get reverse mortgages. So here we go. David, thank you again. Thanks for taking the time to explain all this to us.
Annie, thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you again. There's a lot of really good reasons to get a reverse mortgage. There's a lot of them, but there's two main reasons that most people get into them. And as you said, we're going to discuss that today. Reason number one, not enough monthly income to get by. Okay, that's the first and usually the main reason most people get it. And to give you an example, what I mean, I got a couple of examples here. Keep in mind for the examples that I'm going to give today, the homeowner must be at least 62 years of age to be able to get these examples.
Okay.
So the first one is they thought they would have more retirement in income. I mean, it's pretty common. According to the Pensions Rights Center, only 31% of Americans now retiring have some form of a pension. So that means 69% of people retiring rely solely on Social Security, 401k, savings, whatever you want to call it, for money in retirement. Okay, so it's a pretty common thing, to think you're going to have a little more than you did, right?
Totally. And I mean, especially where we are, a lot of people have been in their house for the majority of their career. They've built up this huge equity. And so then now they can't really afford just regular things in their life, but they don't want to sell because, well, this is my home, but that's where all their money is. So this is perfect. A reverse mortgage saves so many people, allows them to stay in their house.
Not only that, but this last year, stocks and stuff got hit really hard.
Oh,
and so when you're a senior, you don't always have years to let it recover, right? You have to access that money. So a reverse mortgage can help in that way too. But moving on with this, the second scenario we're going to talk about is retirement is more expensive monthly than they thought it would be. How often does that happen? The government looks at it as 401k is so that when you retire, you'll pay less taxes because you're spending less money. How many people want to go into retirement and spend less money?
Exactly. It's the time to get out and live.
That's right. And people want to travel and stuff. So typically their expenses are just as high. So a lot of times people don't take that into account. Not only that, but prices go up. I mean, especially this last year, we've seen going to a restaurant is a lot more expensive than it used to be. Going to the grocery store. So sometimes you don't, sometimes it creeps up on you. You don't know about it. So those are a couple of scenarios that we're going to talk about. Now, how does getting a reverse mortgage help you with more monthly income? All right. So according to a 2019 report from the Harvard Joint Center on Housing Studies, 46% of homeowners between the ages of 65 and 79 still have a home mortgage.
Wow.
So almost 50% of people that are retired still have a home mortgage. Yeah. Now, in our area, we live in San Jose, it can be expensive here and mortgages can be huge. But let's say you've lived in your home for 30 years and your mortgage is small. Even with a small mortgage, your mortgage payment's going to be $1,000 a month, $1,500 a month. It's going to be something.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a lot, but it's going to be something. So one of the things about a reverse mortgage, as we've talked about before, getting a reverse mortgage, you get rid of your mortgage payment. So for a lot of people, if I can get them a reverse mortgage and we can save them that $1,000 or $1,500 a month, that's like getting a $1,000 or $1,500 a month raise.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Love it. Yeah.
And when you consider a lot of people, most of these people on Social Security and stuff, that could be an income adjustment of them as much as 50% more income for them.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is the number one reason why people get reverse mortgages, because a lot of times, if I can give them that extra money each month, it's a game changer. It completely changes what they have available and what they can do and the extra money they have available. And sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's all there is to it. So that's the number one reason. Okay. The number two reason that people get reverse mortgages, as far as popularity goes, is they need cash. They may have enough to get by monthly, but something unexpected happens. It always does, right? Yeah. You get a car accident, you need a new car. Hopefully not in an accident you didn't get hurt in, but you need a new roof on your house. You need, your plumbing needs done. A big one. Your kids need money,
Yeah.
right? If you have kids, they always need money, right? Medical expenses, something unexpected. You just never know what's going to come up. And it's impossible to plan for everything. So a reverse mortgage, a lot of people use it for cash. With a reverse mortgage, we can potentially get you a line of credit that you can access anytime you want, right? And that way you can tackle those unexpected expenses, and you can have money for additional expenses down the road if it comes up, okay? To give you an idea what that looks like, if you own your home free and clear and you're 62, and let's say your home value is at least $1.1 million, which in our area is pretty common, right? You could get a line of credit up to $358,000 when you're 62 years old.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And if you own your home free and clear, or even if you owe $100,000, that still gives you $258,000 you can access. And again, access doesn't mean you borrowed it. That just means it's available to you if you need to borrow it. Right?
Peace of mind.
Yes. Not only that, but if you're older, you can get more money. At 72, you can get access to $425,000.
Wow.
And as you get older, you have more money available to you. Now, since it's a line of credit, you only pay on what you access. So if you came to me and you owned your home free and clear and you just needed $25,000 or $50,000 for a new car, we'll just give you the 25 or the 50 that you need. And then you only pay interest on that 25 or 50, but you still have $275,000 available to you.
Perfect. Yes. Nice.
And that way, again, you don't pay on the other 275. It's just available. And unlike a regular line of credit, there's no expiration date. It's going to be there as long as you live in the home, as long as you own that home. That line of credit is always going to be available to you. There's no 10 years and you have to redo the thing.
Oh, gosh, that's huge. That is really good.
Yeah. So this gives you access to money that you need now, access to money you need in the future. The other thing that's interesting is, with a regular home equity line of credit, the bank can cancel it at any time for whatever reason they decide. Home values drop, whatever, they cancel it. But with this one, the line of credit cannot be reduced or taken away regardless of future home value. So even if your home value dropped lower than what you could borrow, they still have to give it to you. So it really is, as you said, peace of mind, a great little piece.
Totally. Yeah. It's almost like people, I've said to the people in the past, and now I feel even more confident saying it, get one when you don't think you need one. If you never need the money, you never need the money. But if you get to a place that you need in-home care, if your parents are starting to get dementia and you need in-home care and you don't have those funds available, the parent probably won't qualify for a reverse mortgage at that point, because they probably wouldn't pass the counseling if they have dementia, right? I mean, that's what I've heard. So to me, it's like, it's a peace of mind. It's a security blanket just in case. And if you never use it, they never use it. So
just one thing to add, if your parents do have dementia or something, but they still live in their home. See, that's the catch is by the time they have dementia and stuff, they might not live in the home, right? But if your parents still live in the home and they have dementia, if you have power of attorney, you can actually get a reverse mortage on their behalf. So
another reason to have your legal documents in order, which
that's right. That's a really good reason.
Yeah, that's a great reminder too. Power of attorney is key.
So those are two of the reasons to get a reverse mortgage, two of the most popular. By far, they're not the only reasons. There's some other great reasons. There is something I just want to add at the end, kind of the legal disclaimer portion of the show. And I just want to remind people, if you get a reverse mortgage, you have to live in the property. It has to be owner occupied and has to stay owner occupied. You can't rent it down the road. It has to stay owner occupied. You're still responsible to pay the property taxes, the homeowner's insurance, HOA fees, if applicable. You have to maintain the home, right? It's no different than you're already doing, but you just have to remember. You just have to remember to do that kind of thing.
Great reminder. It is, yeah.
Anyway, I appreciate you having me on today. Thank you so much.
I love it, David. You're such a wealth of information. I really appreciate it, and I know I'll be sending some clients your way because it's such a great program. So everybody, thank you for watching. If you liked anything I'd say, give us a thumbs up. You subscribe to the channel. It really helps us put out more content. So until next time, have a great one.